Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. I don't normally do stories about Harry and Meghan, and that's mainly because I find them to be a loathsome, odious pair of toads. But I saw this story and I thought, you know what, I will. And it's mainly because it pleases me. It starts to look as though the end is nigh. They're going to split, they're going to go apart. She will then undoubtedly sue him for everything she can claw out of him. He will be left a broken man, come running home to daddy, tail between his legs, and then disappear, hopefully from public gaze. And she can bugger off too. After all, she'll just go off and find herself another man. She's had, quite a few in the past. Been round the block more often than a window cleaner's cart. So, this is what they're staying. It's beginning to look like they're staying in separate hotel rooms. And that, therefore, will be the beginning. That'll be it. And it won't be long now. So let's look at this report. I'll be as quick as I can. Honestly, I can't stomach either of them. But if I can get rid of them, that would be super. Here goes. So Prince Harry and Meghan in beginning of the end claims over report he is staying in hotel rooms without her. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex could be on the brink of breaking up, according to one royal expert, following reports that he rents a hotel room near their home so he can spend some time alone. To be honest, if I was married to her, I'd want to spend a lot of time alone as well. The royal commentator has claimed that it is the beginning of the end for Prince Harry and Meghan, amid reports that he sometimes stays by himself in a hotel near the mansion the couple share. Probably when he's had enough of her, and let's face it, by about 8:30 in the morning, that level will have definitely been reached. The Duke of Sussex allegedly has a room set aside for him at the lavish San Vicente bungalows in California, which he uses to spend alone, away from his wife and two kids. Not his kids, of course. Not hers. Well, they're probably his, but I don't think they're hers. And that's one of the things that I think they're going to have to be very careful about. Because if she does go for the full kind of divorce thing, all he has to do is ask for a DNA test and to show that they're probably nothing to do with her. That's the funny thing, isn't it? Because for years we always wondered who's Harry's father, and now we're wondering who's their mother. Anyway, a rep for the royal debunked the rumour as not true, but this has not stopped experts from speculating about the health of the pair's relationships. You must never believe anything until it has been officially denied. It was originally reported by The Sun, which quoted a source that said the room was viewed as an escape place by Prince Harry. It is a 2-hour drive from the couple's lavish £12 million Montecito home. Not far enough, if Harry's going to be truthfully honest, is it? San Vicente Bungalows is a private members club in Los Angeles with strict privacy rules that state guests are not allowed to take pictures inside the establishment, and all phone cameras must be covered at all times. Royal expert Cara Kennedy speculated that these reports showed that all was not well in the relationship between Meghan and Harry, which has exploded into the public eye yet again. I don't think it's been well for some time. She has definitely got his balls in a jar. All that, I must run home, I must run home, I've got to do this. I think that time that she sort of threw herself in between all the teammates at the polo, I think that kind of put him off her at that point. That was his day, that was his moment, and she had to get her face in there to make it look as though she'd done something. But she'd done nothing. None of the other girls' wives, the wives and girls, whatever, did that. Only her, because she's so entitled. Well, literally, quite literally now, isn't it? Wonder if she'll keep the title if they divorce. But anyway, she is an awful, she's a hooker. That's basically what she is. She's a hooker. She told GB News, every time you see them together, Harry looks kind of scathing. Meghan has this Cheshire Cat smile. Even in the paparazzi photos, Harry looks angry and kind of like a lost lamb. And Meghan looks like she's ready to be photographed at any time. When you see them, they're never touching each other. They're never close or anything like that. It's like, we must be here. Let me artificially hold your hand and things like that. It's so false. They're trying to build this for the press, but who knows why. Just give it up, Harry. You've married a wrong 'un. Anyway, they said, I think this is the beginning of the end. Everybody kind of knew it was coming. You can't really have such a different power dynamic. Even from the Time magazine front cover, remember Harry was kind of stepping behind Meghan. Everyone made a joke that he looked like a hairdresser. And when you have that kind of dynamic, resentment will build. She honestly thought that she was better than him. She was like, oh, I'm going to be this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to make him more popular so he becomes king. Because she has no idea how royal families work. But then she's not very bright. And to be fair, neither is he. He scraped a degree, a third, at Cambridge with help from the tutors. And indeed, some of the tutors had to do some of the work. And he basically scraped a third. The guy is virtually illiterate. Plays polo a bit. You know, that's about as much as he can do. He's not bright. And of course, he marries her. And she's far from bright. So there's no hope for those children, is there? Anyway, reports of the alleged private room for the Duke appeared after the couple celebrated their 5th wedding anniversary last week, but failed to post any pictures of the event, probably because they're both sitting there scowling, going, this is all your fault, no, it's all your fault. Because that's what they're going to be like, isn't it? They hate each other. I bet they absolutely hate each other. But they have to stick together because press. But a spokesman for Archewell, which is the couple's non-profit organisation, denied the existence of the room at the exclusive report, which means it must undoubtedly be true. San Vicente Bungalows has strict rules which prohibit members and guests from discussing what they see during their stay there. Attendees are also banned from approaching or interrupting other members, according to the hotel's FAQ page. Annual fees for the exclusive club are around £3,200, but applicants must first be vetted by a panel, which is rumoured to include Hollywood actress Julia Roberts. Why the hell did they let those two awful people in then? Harry and Meghan have been dipping their toes back into public life following a row over their Netflix documentary, which has caused a new chasm to be opened between the Duke and the rest of the royal family. It's hardly going to get any wider. I mean, this chasm is about as wide as the gap between her ears, isn't it? And I was very polite. I was going to go the other way, but I didn't. Just last week, the couple released a bombshell statement accusing the paparazzi in New York of almost causing a catastrophic car accident after they allegedly chased them through the city. 2 hours they chased them, 2.5 hours, and eventually the paparazzi managed to lose them. It read last night, a load of old bollocks. And it's it. They are so desperate to be newsworthy, to be relevant, to be important, and yet they're not. He wrote a book called Spare. He's not even the spare, is he? Spare dick, that's what he is. And thank God it's going to soon be over. Thank God for him. He can get his mental health back. But he won't really be welcome back in Britain. He's burnt that bridge. So he can stay in America and do what he likes, I suppose. Nobody cares. That's the saddest of it all, isn't it, Harry? Nobody really cares anymore. And I shall round off and come up. On the subject of nobody cares, I will point this out. In the paper today, this article was there. Rolf Harris dying was above it. That is how unimportant these two are. When the death of a monster, an absolute awful man, Rolf Harris, peedy old creepy Uncle Rolf, is gleamed on the page. It's deemed to be more important than a story about a has-been and his bitch. I mean, seriously, that you must be heartbroken if you're looking at the papers and Rolf gets bigger press than you. Unbelievable, isn't it? But that's who they are, really, isn't it? They're not even Rolf Harris. Anyway, I shall round off there. Thank you very much for watching. No, actually, before I do, I will say one thing. Rolf Harris died 2 weeks ago, apparently. It was only just released today. Do you know what I find sad about Rolf Harris dying? Is that I'm not sad about Rolf Harris dying. Rolf Harris was a part of my bloody childhood, and if he'd have been clean and decent and wonderful, when he died, loads of people would have been sad. But then he got caught for doing what he did, and nobody gives a shit. Better off, Rolf. You're better off dead. Nobody cares about you either. So well done, you creepy, touchy-upper, you horrible little man. Anyway, now I'll go. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you've seen here on the channel, please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment. Please share the video. And tell me this. How long do you think it'll be before those two are divorced? Until next time. Bye.